Yeah.
Word.
Back on my bullshit.
We right here. Sit in between the ladies.
You drink, right? Want to drink?
Water.
Oh.
Hey, let me get a rap.
That's not allowed. What's that?
For life.
That was on
So
point.
that record is fucking crazy. That shit has been getting spins everywhere.
Thank you.
We had Jacquay on the show. We was talking about him a few minutes ago.
Right, exactly.
And he's also on that song, correct?
He killed it.
Right.
Now, where did you meet Jacquay at? Because
how did that?
Jacquay, collabo, how does that even happen?
I mean, I just heard the nigga work, and I was like, yo, I need this nigga on this record. To be honest, you know what I'm saying?
Just as simple as
I never met him, never knew who he was. I just heard him, and I'm like, yo, I need him.
Word. Now, you just dropped the video today.
Nah, actually, it was supposed to come out today, but we moved it back to Wednesday. So this Wednesday, 12 noon, they're going to see that video.
Okay.
Where they gonna release it? Where you gonna release that?
I'm releasing it on PapooseOfficial.com
Nice.
and WorldStar simultaneously, same time.
Because you just started PapooseOfficial.com.
Just started my own website, man, official. You know what I mean? You gotta be independent in this game, man, and really take control of your shit. So that's what I'm doing.
That's a fact.
Word.
True.
Now, is it going PapooseOfficial.com? Is that going to be like a world star? Because I heard you were saying, like, right in real time yesterday when I went on your page live.
Yeah.
And it's going to be where everything is hot that you're going to be talking about.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of different shit on the site, keeping you updated on what's going on with me, the whole Black Love movement. You know what I mean? Everything that I got going on in my life.
Word.
So now we know Papoose for being an artist, but you're also now a manager. You're managing your wife, Remy Mom.
Right.
Which everybody knows, of course. And then also your kids are artists now too?
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Jay Janafi and Chanel 9. They doing their thing.
Right, and you're managing them as well.
Yep.
How was that for you to go? Because I know you're used to being in the limelight. How is it to take the backstage and, take the part of being a manager instead?
I mean, honestly, it happened by default. You know what I'm saying? When my wife called her case, she had a big team around her. And when the going get tough, the tough get going. So everybody ran in separate directions.
Right.
But her career was still moving, and there was still certain things that I needed tending to. So I just started taking care of it, and I got good at it over time. So when she came home, I was the best person for the job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I just took it to another level and started doing it with the kids. You know what I mean?
And when you was working with K-Slay, was you managing yourself, or did you have somebody that was
Nah,
taking care?
I was under Violator. Chris Lighty was my manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Right. Where did you get the name Papoose from?
Actually, it's not a made-up name. A lot of people come into the music business and they create fictitious names, to each his own.
Right.
But actually, since birth, my grandmother gave me that name. You know what I mean? When she looked at me, she felt like I resembled an Indian person. And instead of saying baby, the Indians would say Papoose. You know what I'm saying? And she died from cancer, so when I came into music, it was only right to keep that name.
Wow.
Actually, when I went to school, when I first went to grade school, when I found out Papoose wasn't my government name, I was upset.
So you thought that was your real name?
Yeah, because growing up, they called all the time. That's what they called me. So when I
That's
first went to
crazy.
grade school and they was calling me by my government, I'm like, who's that?
Wow.
When you were 5.
I learned my real name
He was
in
writing
school.
Papoose.
Don't listen to that,
I know your
okay?
phone.
Telling us some real shit.
Real shit though. That's what happened.
Which one did you learn how to spell first?
My government.
Oh, okay. They was like, nah, ain't no Papoose up in here.
Right. So it wasn't what it was.
Uh-oh. She's not even...
What's up?
I really admire the Black Love thing, and I see you doing the managing thing, you're doing the music, but how do you keep the balance? Because I seen you were so loyal to Remy. I even see you in the mall, you just like focused, just doing your thing, and I never heard any bullshit about you. So how do you keep that balance?
True.
I mean, when it's real, you really don't have to focus on keeping the balance. You just take it one day at a time. And when you keep a lot of negativity out of your life, when you're not trying to have your ass in two seats, trying to be with this person, be with that person, and really focusing on your family, everything falls in place naturally. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, you'll find more time in the day to be productive when you keep the negativity out. So that's what I do.
And I see it's going to be a revealing tonight, so hopefully I get home tonight. I don't know if the baby's here, I don't know if she's pregnant, but...
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Remy been looking a little slim. I seen she been on her workout shit, so is that kind of give away that maybe that?
I mean,
might not
we'll
be it?
see. It's almost 8 o'clock. You know what I mean?
I know
We'll see VH1 tonight, Love and Hip Hop.
But how is that for you doing reality television now? And whose idea was it? Because I know you guys wanted to have your own show.
Right.
And I actually think y'all said y'all was never going to do anything like Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah. What happened was when my wife was away, they was always reaching out trying to get us to do the show. And we was like, hell no, we don't want to be a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And when she came home and we looked at it and we thought about it, we spoke about it, we was like, you know what, we could rock this shit, man. Like, this is something we could do. As long as we don't feed into the idiocy, we can get on here and be ourselves, and people just might appreciate it, and that's what happened.
And also, I know you promote the black love, but how do you stay away from the groupie love? Because we know that there gotta be some, there's still some women out there that even though they might be a little crazy and not realize who Remy is.
Right. I mean, I'm not new to this, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I've been doing this shit for a while, so that doesn't really excite me, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just in a space in my life where I'm focused, I'm happy, and it's not worth it for me.
Giving us hope, giving us hope.
I have a question for you.
Introduce
Hey.
yourself.
Back in the day, I did Bucket Naked with you. The video.
Wait.
I wanted to say,
You had to make that clear.
I used to dance to that out.
Just a fucking naked. I'm like, whoa.
Nah, in the video.
Video.
Right. She was in the video.
Okay, I want to let everybody know you are a humble dude. That video, we was there all day from morning to night in the violator office. You held down that piece was mad good. I still remember that. But I
Right, she was the secretary in the video.
Yes,
Oh, they got a gun.
I was thinking.
He don't drink.
So I want to ask you if you could give us some type of guy code. What keeps you faithful, or what made you say, yo, Remy is the one, I'm going to do this bid with you, I'm going to hold it down. We need the guy code. Yes.
You know what? Remy and myself, we working on a book, and the book is basically going to guide you, going to answer that question for you. It's going to give you the do's and don'ts and certain things you can do to find your significant other. So you got to get the book. I can't keep giving this away for free. Yeah, it is, but it's going to give you the guidelines. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, on what it takes for a man to be there for his woman 100%, and she's going to give you the female side. So look forward to that.
That's dope.
It's gonna be like a his and her book.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is y'all trademark Black Love?
Yes.
Oh, you
That's
better.
y'all. That's your shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
It was actually another guy who had it or whatever, but
You talked to him
I ain't
about
trying to big him up on camera, but we worked it out and we in there.
That's what's
Okay.
up, man.
And it's dope because it's rare nowadays that you see people our age getting married and stuff like that. So I do feel like in that sense, you guys are trendsetters or role
Thank
models
you.
when it
Thank
comes
you. I
to-
appreciate
What
that.
you mean, like people our age? What you mean?
Well, you not my age, nigga. So
How old you is?
me,
I be 35 now.
I'm less than you. I'm a lower age than you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
We far off, actually.
Get the fuck- You is too?
Yep. I'm young at heart.
He said I'm young at heart.
I'm young at heart.
No, but and then at the time when you did lock Remy down, there was a lot of guys that was after Remy. Like, I mean, it still is, I'm sure, but they know better.
Oh yeah, they better know better.
So you ever had a problem when you had to come to anybody like, listen?
No problem.
I mean, not even that she was entertaining.
Thank God I was blessed not to have no problem.
No, that's
You know what I'm
amazing.
saying? I don't look down on people who do have those problems,
Right,
but I'm
right.
glad I don't have those problems.
That's dope.
Now on Love and Hip Hop is the episode, I think it was the last one actually, where y'all was, or no, it was 2 episodes ago, where you was talking about managing her and then she was talking about bringing somebody else in and everything. Is that a real situation? Or
Yeah, it's a
is
real
it getting away from
situation.
you?
No, basically, she see me working hard at times, and she don't want me to be overwhelmed. She want us to stay focused on our marriage, and sometimes the business can cross the lines. Now,
Right.
we not perfect. Sometimes the business can get in the way, and when I'm, focused on my work, I go hard. And sometimes she want me to come away from that and just be her husband at times.
Right.
But I try to
That's
make
hard,
her,
though.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
hard.
And on my end, I'm like, yo, listen, this is how we, we're able to get through everything we've been through. The teamwork, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want to just let somebody in. I really don't know what they're gonna bring to the table.
Right.
But I kind of seen it her way. We brought somebody in and we working together.
Word.
You know?
Is it gonna be like a Black Love mixtape too?
A lot of people ask for that. Eventually, right now she been going for a while. I just want to see her do her and just shine. You know
That's
what I mean? Eventually we'll get
You
to that.
mean
Hold
that
on now, give it up. Because it really takes a strong man to be, and secure man to be able to do that. Because I know some guys that would feel like, damn, no, she's stealing my shine, or feel like they're in competition with their mate. And I don't see that with you guys.
Nah, that's not really. You know what it is? I've been through a lot, and a lot of people been through a lot. But it's about learning from that. I learned from that, and I just wanted to correct all my mistakes and walk a straight path. That's what I'm doing.
Right. So was there ever a time when either one of you had someone around where each other did not want that person around, or felt like they were bad for each other?
Oh, I saw y'all done switch.
You know what?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but you know what? We really don't. I don't move like that. You know, if my wife don't approve, then I don't fuck with you.
Wow.
Straight up. And I want people to know that. You know what I mean? I don't want them to
Some
think.
people ain't like that.
I don't want them to think it's like, you know what I mean? Nothing
They be
else.
like, it's my way or the
When you
highway.
let people know from the door,
Hey, you said that's yours. Brother is yours.
I'm saying, I just don't want no problem.
I think you got to make that clear. I think it's harder for snakes to really get in your circle when you make it clear from the door. Yo, if she don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Vice
Right.
versa.
That's a
You know what I mean? Maybe they go somewhere else with that.
That's dope.
I'm a big fan of you and Remy and the Love and Hip Hop show. From all that, I think it was what, the last episode with the whole Yandy thing, not really being married. I really admire you and Remy. I see y'all
Thank you.
as real. I don't want no secrets or anything. Is y'all married real?
I got a marriage certificate on my wall in my living room.
That's what I'm talking about.
But shout out, I love Yandy, man. And shout out to men DC. I love them, man. You know what I mean? Those is good people, you know. I mean, you know, nobody's perfect. Everybody go through their situation, so shout out to them. But I do have a marriage certificate on my wall.
Yeah, you did it right.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. No, right by her diploma.
So another thing, it's a lot of women out there that may be going through things where their mate is in jail, or even men where their mate is in jail. How do you
Right.
get through? How did you guys get through that? And how did you, did it make
I
you
mean, I
stronger?
can't sit here in front like that shit was easy. You know what I mean? It really wasn't easy. Even from the very beginning, just watching her go through that, because she really didn't think she was gonna blow trial. Well, I didn't. She was saying, "Yo, I'm gonna blow," and I was like, "Nah, you're not gonna blow." I was promising her. And to answer your question, we just took it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard. It was certain days where, you know what I mean, I left her on a visit, and I went home and punched the walls because I was so mad and I couldn't do nothing about it.
Right.
But I got better with time. I took it one day at a time. We spoke constantly. I visited her every chance I got, and eventually we got better with it. And it really didn't affect us, you know, as it did in the beginning.
Well, I think that that's dope, because you don't see a lot of guys that stick around women, period.
Yeah,
let alone
I'm
when
gonna
they go
tell
through
you
a
some real
situation.
shit. Like when I go to the mail, and I say this all the time, you know what I mean? When I go to the mail facility, and men are real hard on women. Like growing up in the hood, you always hear, you know, be careful with these females. If you ever catch a case, they're not gonna be there for you. They don't support you. You know, money over bitches and all this shit.
Right.
But when I go to
I'm
Right and
bitching over
Salad,
money myself.
but hear me out though. Hear me out. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. When I go to the mail facility to visit some of my homies who locked up, I see the visiting floors filled with females. They pushing strollers in the snow,
That's a fact.
all
Yup.
kind of shit. But when I used to go visit my wife,
Nobody.
nobody's there. It's like 3 people and his mothers and grandmothers. It's no men supporting them, and it's a big ass facility.
Man, you know how many girls that ain't locked up?
But the ones that are locked up, they being forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? So that made me look at a lot of things different also.
That's crazy.
I see. I never thought about going over to women's prison.
Yeah, I actually want to set something up like that,
I
man.
think we need to hook Jack up with somebody that's
I'm about to say a pen pal.
I mean, everybody is not guilty. You know what I mean? That's locked up.
That's a
Some
fact.
people innocent.
True.
Some of them situations happened when they was young. You know what I mean?
So is there a cutoff date for this reality show thing where you feel like, all right, this is it, this is all we're gonna show?
I mean, we got to grow with it. You know what I'm saying? We're not staying on the treadmill with that. You know, we working on getting our own situation.
I definitely think you guys should have your own situation.
A
Yeah.
lot of people
Y'all
say
gonna come
that.
back for one more season, then do that, or
I mean, that's what they want us to do, but we trying to get, you know what I mean? We trying to grow with it and elevate to the next level. So we're going to see what happens, but that's what we working on. That's our goal.
word.
And let's be clear, you're one of the most lyrical people
Thank
in
you,
the
man.
game, period.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
I don't feel like you get your just due how you should be.
Yeah, I
But
mean-
like people, I don't know if it, I feel like when it Touch It, Ring It came out, everybody thought like, all right, Papoose is out of here. And then it didn't quite take off how we thought it was going to.
Right.
What do you feel like the disconnect is, or?
The industry is a political place, you know what I'm saying? I can't really blame too much. Certain people I do blame, but I was young, I was fresh off the street, and my mentality was, if you get in my way, I gotta move you.
Right.
And the industry really it's not built for that.
Nah, it ain't.
That shit could fuck your whole shit up. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So I
fucking shit up a lot.
I really had to repair my name and calm down a little bit and stop doing certain shit and really treat it like a business. But at that time, that was all I knew. That played a part. And then at the same time, a lot of people didn't want to see me win. You know what I'm saying? I got a big deal. I had a very huge deal. My deal was 1.5 million. You know what I'm saying? And when I signed on the label, I didn't sign to none of the peons. The boss signed me because he was like, yo, my son like your music. He listened to Law Library. So when the boss signed me and none of them dudes at the label, they couldn't tap into my budget and do certain things that they wanted to do. They would just sit on the side waiting and hating. And eventually, when it was time for my album, they held the album up. But luckily, I had a clause in my contract that stated if they didn't put my album out by a certain time, we leave and we leave with the money.
Oh, I like that contract.
So me and Slade was like, yo, fuck it, we out of here.
Yeah, because we
They
had
left with the
like,
money.
Yeah, we left with the bread.
God. Damn, that's a
Word.
happy ending right there.
Real
That's a good
talk.
ending.
Hey, Slay on not too long ago, and
Okay.
we talked about you, and he said nothing but good things.
Yeah, that's my brother. That's
He go
family.
off you, boy.
Yeah, he does.
Nah, that's family right there. You know what I'm saying? Outside of music, me and Slade is family. We
How
build
did
a
you
lot of
even
things.
meet him to even get in a position like that?
I was hungry, man. I always wanted to get on, and I was listening to the radio one time. Around that time, if you wasn't coming through Murder Inc. or Rockefeller or something, you just couldn't get in the industry. And I listened to the radio. I heard Slade playing new artists. I was like, yo, I gotta meet this dude. You know what I'm saying? I found the address to the station. I went up there and I waited on him. I approached him, tried to give him my demo. He took it, kept it moving. I listened to the radio. I ain't hear my shit. So I called him. I called up on the joint. I'm like, yo, what's up? You ain't played the joint. He came downstairs. I approached him again, gave it to him again. Came back next week, did it again. He's like, got aggravated. You know what I mean? We got into a little exchange. Somebody mediated it. And then he took the CD. His man he was like, yo, I got you. And then a week later, you know what I mean, I had somebody who was actually managing me. It was an ill story because he had passed away, and I was on my way from his funeral, leaving from a negative situation, and my phone rang, and it was K. Slade. He was like, yo, you on the radio next week. And the rest was history. I went up there, I just did my thing, and people loved it.
That's dope.
Word, real talk. Long story, but that's
And
what happened.
Pele owe you a check, right? Because you was.
No, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you some real shit. They actually gave me that check.
Did they?
Yeah. Shout out to my man from
Because
Pele.
you had every jacket. Am I wrong?
You know, he did.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Actually-
know who Billy was.
Nah, he made that shit famous.
Nah, I actually got that check last year, so shout out to them.
Nice.
They actually recognized
Time out.
that
You
shit.
finally got the
Finally
check.
got the check.
got the check.
Better late than never.
10 years later.
Money is money.
Right.
Hey,
I
how
actually
do you
got the check.
remember to go back and get the check? Who was that?
Nah, you know what happened? They just reached out to me like last year. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And
we know we fucked
I
you
started
up.
doing business with them.
Can we start over?
They was like, yo, man, you
Jacket.
seen you representing all those years. And I was like, yeah, what's up? You know what I mean? And they cut the check. So shout out to Pele. I always represent them, though. I love
Man,
the
yo,
Pele.
you getting a lot of big checks right now.
I wanted to ask you about that. I know it's a little bit old, but I always wanted to ask. Kendrick Lamar. The situation where you went on stage during Summer Jam, and I don't know whether you hijacked the stage or you just they gave you the mic. But what was the whole situation with that? Because
Was
I
that
don't feel
real?
like.
Oh, man, it's a long story. Shout out to Kendrick, though. I saw him. You know what I'm saying? I saw him recently. You know what I mean? We said what up. But basically, to summarize it, before he really got where he was at, I basically brought him to New York, brought him through the Star, the Ville, the East, every part of Brooklyn. I just took him through on the love, just showing him what New York was like. So I got a chance to know them before that.
Right.
So when the Summer Jam situation, you know, they gave me the green light to come do my thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it came down to the come down, they didn't keep their word. So I made a move. But that we passed that.
Nah, but it was.
Yo, everybody can't do that shit. I was there.
Everybody was talking about you.
I thought you was gonna get hurt.
Listen, I didn't. I knew that at the end of the day, because they're not from New York. Shout out to Top Dog and everybody, and they got their own shit going on the West
Yeah.
Coast.
No, I was talking about
everything's
security.
fucked up. But nah, I mean, when you have somebody that's actually from New York and they're coming, what are you gonna do? You're actually from LA.
You can't do that shit in Atlanta. You can't do that at birthday bash.
Listen, you could do that shit at a lot of places. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of things, but get away with it is something totally different. A lot of people try, but he got away with
He
it.
got away with it.
I mean, you know, but you know, I'm in a different space. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like I
right.
said, I did
You got goons.
certain
That's
things
what you
I did
got.
back then. You know, I look at it differently now. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. You know what I mean? Like I said, I seen them for so
Don't tell
long.
me you would have did that over again. Don't tell me if you could have did that over, you wouldn't have did that.
I don't know. You never know.
You
man.
was trending.
You never know.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, I was
You
trending.
wasn't,
Ebro in the morning.
you wasn't one of the main artists that was promoted to be on the show,
Right.
but he was trending come
Yes.
Summer Jam time, so it did what it was supposed to do.
Right, it was what it was. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I was hungry. I did what I had to do. You know.
And I love Kendrick Lamar. Y'all both are lyrical, crazy.
Yeah, shout
whatever.
out to Kendrick. I seen him recently. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Hey man,
So no problem.
Nah, no problem.
Okay.
I just
all
want to thank you because like 5 years ago, you came to my birthday party and I didn't even know you knew who I was.
He
It was a
snatched
surprise.
the mic from you.
No, he just had it.
I should have, right? I should have.
Papoose.
Man, thank you, man.
Nah, you welcome, brother.
Blindside, I didn't even see that. He came to my party like, oh shit, that's Papoose in my party.
Nah, on some real shit, I fucked with you though.
Man,
Like I used to see you on thisis50.com. I used to be like, yo, this is a funny dude, man. Man, there's something in my eye. What you used to say? I was like, yo, this nigga right here is a funny dude, man. So, somebody told me the party was going on. I was like, you fuck that. Let me pop through and see what's up, man. Shout out to Marie Driven. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
She made the connection. But I told you that. I always thought you was funny and good at what you do, man.
Man,
Word.
thank you. You was making me. I didn't even know nobody was watching. you made my night with that.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
appreciate
No doubt, man, for real.
So you say you have the video coming out?
Yeah, I got the Back on My Bullshit video featuring Fat Joe and Jacquay. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fat Joe. Shout out to Jacquay. And shout out to all the DJs supporting. You know what I'm saying? I'm
And
just
the
happy
Back
to
on
see
My
it.
Bullshit challenge. I've been seeing a lot of people doing it
Yeah.
on Instagram.
What is the back on my bullshit?
Remy killed it.
Basically,
What they gotta do? Y'all listening?
basically, the verse that I did on Back on My Bullshit is kind of fast.
Very
It's
fast.
extremely fast.
Back on My Bullshit.
Right. So it's
Is it Twister fast or is it Bone
Nah.
Thugs?
Or was it Busta Rhymes fast?
fast.
He
Fast.
just did it. It's
Um,
action. He just did it.
I can't do that.
And a lot of people been challenging themselves to do it. You know what I'm saying? And when they do it, they post it, they tag Back on My Bullshit, tag me. And if it's good enough, I'll post it on my page.
Ladies, all the ladies from Party and Bullshit, Jackie's Angels, I need y'all to get in front of
Do that. A lot of females been doing it, honestly. It's more females doing it than dudes,
I've been
actually.
seeing it a lot.
A lot of females been doing it.
Oh, wow.
A lot of rappers rap fast, but when you listen close, they
ain't
really not saying
shit.
nothing.
Can
know
you
what I'm saying?
name one of those rappers?
I'm not gonna do
I
that.
know
I'm keeping
They
it
say
100
the
with
same
y'all.
shit over and over.
So I want y'all to know when I rap fast, I'm saying something. So when you slow it down, you can hear content. You know what I mean?
Right. That's dope.
Hey, the music is off right now. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind, could you like rap a couple bars to Back on My Bullshit?
Oh, sure. Where was you at when I was trying to blow? Waste my money on weed farms. I was trying to grow. Niggas tried to eat on my block. I had to cock the foe. Ran down on them and told them niggas they gotta go. Had a triple fat goose on. It was kinda cold. I was on the block eating Mike and Nikes and Jolly Joes. Police asking me questions, I told them I don't know. You was in the precinct crying, you had the snotty nose, had to run down on my connect. They playing dominoes, backed them niggas down for that work and told them adios. Got my money up, I'm looking like King Joppy Joe. I ain't make Panda, but I've been wearing designer clothes. Back on my bullshit, Mac with the full clip. Might have to just lose it, I'm quick to use it. Who you acting a fool with? Is y'all niggas stupid? Smacking a few pricks, stacking a few bricks. The Strikers exclusive, packing the huge. He packing the toothpick. I'm packing the pool stick, mad cause I move with 40 caliber tool grips. I'm faster to shoot shit. Ratchet to tatted, get madder and madder. They scatter, I shatter the glass on your new. But maggots with loose lips, they kissing a cruise ship. I'm grabbing the noof and back with the movement. It's a fact you a true bitch. My status is too lit, cats I was cool with. Southern classes of school with. Keep adding confusion, man, I refuse it. I think you rather diffuse it. Your head, I have to remove it. Lacking improve it. All you rappers included. I'm ravishing rubric. Injured pretenders with hidden agendas. I'm giving them digits, smacking them toothless. Thanks for having me, my brother, for real. And I'm happy to see you doing this, man. This is dope right here,
Trying to
man.
expand the brand, man.
Nah,
You know
keep
what I'm saying?
going,
Put my
man.
people
Keep going, brother. And I'm happy to see you doing your thing too.
Oh,
Salute,
thank
man.
you.
Respect.
Thank you so much. Thank you
For
for
real.
coming by. Make sure y'all check out his
Yeah.
video that comes out, Back on My Bullshit.
Wednesday.
Look at the full clip.
You got it. iTunes, go to iTunes and buy the record too.
Party and Bullshit Radio.
Let's go.
Yeah.